Today we're going to make a delicious barbecue chicken meal in an oven bag. Let's get started. Hello everybody, Chef Bob here today, and today we're going to make barbecue chicken leg quarters in an oven bag. So the first thing is I have some chicken leg quarters. They actually, when I purchased them, they had a light dusting of paprika seasoning on them. I rinsed that off and I put them in this crisper tray just to drain. So what I'm going to do is spray some oil and put a rub. I want to make these barbecue style instead of a traditional sage thyme blend. So what I'll do is I'll show you what I like to do with my rubs. This is just sort of a side thing, just to let you know how I create my own rub mixtures. So when you buy a barbecue type of dry rub, there's usually two types. There's usually the spice based, which means salt is the main ingredient, and then there's the sweet or sugar based, which has typically a brown sugar or sugar base as its main ingredient. What I like to do is buy the spice based, and then I take an equal amount of brown sugar and I cut it in. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So I just want to show you that in case you wonder how I make some of my seasonings. So I have approximately 3/4 cup of brown sugar and approximately 3/4 cup of a spice-based dry rub. So this is going to turn it into more of a sweet-based rub, but I can control it. So if I want to do just a spicy-based one, I don't have to cut in the sugar. Or if I want it sweet, I can do like this. So just using my trusty old Ninja to get it all blended. Okay, it's as simple as that. What I like to do is I like to keep one of the containers and I'll mark it 50-50 blend, and then I'll just put this in here so I have a nice shaker style cap to put it on the chicken. So we'll just pour this in here. Okay, now that's how I like to make one of my favorite dry rub spices. So what I have now is I'm going to take these off of this pan, and as always when you're working with any type of meats, you know, use a good kitchen practices, safe kitchen practices, and especially around poultry. So I'm going to put these gloves on and try to be as careful as I can. And now what I will do is first spray them with some Evo, an Evo bottle, and I have avocado oil in here. Actually, I just filled this up and I didn't get the air out of the nozzle, so let's see. That's okay. I just want to get a little bit of oil on them to help this stick. So as you can see, I'm just using this pan here to catch all the excess. And by cutting in the sugar, I don't have to worry about it being too spicy. Try to get it all over. Okay. So that takes care of the spice part. Next, I'm going to wash and peel and cut up the vegetables, clean this up, and I'll show you as I have it all ready to go, and we put it in the oven bag and get it ready to go in the oven. So I'll be back after I do all of that. Okay, as you can see, I've cleaned up a little bit. I've cleaned up the dry rub tray, have the chicken set aside, washed our vegetables, and I swapped out my cutting board. And I've had some people asking what types of tools and utensils I use, so I just thought I'd jump in here and show you. As far as knives, I'm using a nice little Santoku to cut the veg. But for the peelers, I like to use horizontal and vertical ceramic. So the key thing is I like ceramic peelers the best. There can be any brand. I have 2 different brands here. And also this cutting board is nice and handy. It's elevated. It has a waste tray in the back, and then 2 trays in the front where you can put your finished veg or whatever you're chopping or cutting. You can slide them off, slide the waste here and the good things there. So I like it. It's kind of handy and convenient. So I just thought I'd share that with you before I start peeling and cutting. And as you can see, I just slide it into your waste tray here. Just makes it a little easier, a little handier. See, as you pile it up, you can just slide it onto here for your waste. And then as you're cutting it, I'm going to cut it into sizes like that, let's say. Now sometimes on a larger piece of veg, I like to just split it. Oops, we're going to cut the end off. Cut the tip off. Okay. But for a larger piece, I may split it. There you go. You can just, it's as easy as that. So I'm going to continue with the rest of these and then I'll bring you back. Okay, I've peeled and sliced all of our veg. And I just want to show you the next step. I'm just going to take the potatoes and onions, throw them in a bowl, and some more onions and carrots. Take my Evo sprayer. Again, I have some avocado oil in here. And I'm just going to spray a little bit in here. Get a little light coating on there. Not much comes out with each spray. So I should have filled it up completely. If you see it acting intermittently, it's because as I'm tilting, I'm getting air in the bottle. It's my fault. These are actually great spray bottles. Okay, now what I want to do with these is I'm going to put a little bit of oregano. Because I had a taste for oregano. And a little bit of rosemary. Let me get these tongs and just toss them around a little bit. And there you have it. Real simple and easy. Oh, almost forgot the salt and pepper. A little fresh ground pepper. Fresh ground Himalayan salt. Toss it up again. Okay, that's better. Let me get these out of the way. So as far as the oven bags, I've decided to use some Bakewell oven bags today. If you find these at the store, you'll see they come in 3 different sizes, at least that I'm aware of. There's the large size, extra large, and turkey size. So for this today, I'm just going to use the large size. As you can see, it's plenty large enough to cover those. So I'm going to use the large size Bakewell bag today. Now since I'm not going to be making your gravy with this or anything, I'm not going to put the normal floured seasonings in here and shake it around. I'm not worried about it bursting or anything. We have enough other veg and I'll put sauce in it. So what I'm going to do now is first we're going to put our veg in here. Just dump them in. It's as simple as that. Now, I'm going to try to spread them out. I'm going to use this pan. We're going to roast it on this little roasting pan, so I can use the toaster oven behind me, which is preheating, using the Breville oven air. And now, we'll put our chicken leg quarters in there, which we seasoned with the rub you saw me make in the beginning. I'm just going to put one there. Another one there. Now we'll use the tie that's provided with the bags. I think for the larger is 5 large bags in the pack if you buy that if you buy the Bakewell brand. So I'm going to tie that, and I'll put a couple of slots in here just to play it safe. Okay, 2 is more than enough. Okay, So now I'm going to put this in an oven. I have it preheating at 400 degrees. Oh, I almost forgot. One other thing. You know, timing, a lot of people, you know, a lot of times we all go by time. But really, the way you should really cook is by temperature. Especially with something like poultry. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use an oven probe to check this out. Or maybe, actually with this one, I'm not going to leave it in, but I may check it periodically. Let me think for a minute. If I use the Oster, I know this will fit in the Oster oven. But in the Breville, let's see. Oh, it'll be fine. You see how that works out, if you can see on the camera. I was afraid of it pinching the cable on the Oster. I don't have a problem. I've used it before. But I haven't used this thermometer on the Breville, but it looks like it won't be a problem. So what I'm going to do is, oh, perfect timing. I will just insert this, try to get into the thickest part of the chicken. Alright. Slide it in there. And we have our thermometer and it's set to chicken. Oh. Now it's set to chicken, which is 165 degrees. So this will alert us when it's done instead of trying to say a precise time. Now when it is finished, I will tell you the time that it took. Right now, it's set for approximately 1 hour on the timer on here. It won't take that long. So I'll let you know how long it takes, and I'll bring you back when we pull it out and unveil it. Okay, our temperature probe just finished beeping. We've hit our set temperature, and it looks like it took approximately 40 minutes. Oh, there it goes again. It's reminding me to take it out. So let me turn this off. And put on my mitts, my silicone mitts. We'll pull this out and see how it looks. Again, this was 400 degrees and it took approximately 40 minutes. I have my cast iron trivet so I don't hurt my counter. Looks like it's nice and brown to me. What I'm going to do is I'll leave this set for about 5 minutes, and just so the juices will cool and everything, and then we'll rip it apart and take a look and give it a taste. So I'll see you back here in about 5. Okay, I let this cool for a couple of minutes and I can't wait any longer. It smells delicious. I can smell it coming through the vents. Okay, let's cut it open and see. Ho, 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 ho. Wow. Look at that. Nice and golden brown skin on top. Look at that. Let me take this out and put it on the serving platter here so you can get a better look. Get some veg out of here. Oh wow, it smells great. Whoa, these potatoes are so soft. They're just falling apart. And again, that was 400 degrees for 40 minutes. And I had it on roast mode on the Breville. If you have one of those Breville ovens, that was the mode I used, was the roast mode. And oh, I can smell the rosemary and the oregano that I put on the potatoes and carrots and onions. It just smells delicious. You get the rest of these out of here. And show you. Put it up close to the camera so you can get a good look. And then we'll take a little taste. Put some onions out here. Oh yeah. This is good home cooking. Alright, let me slide this out of the way. I made a little mess there. Let's hold this up to the camera. Take a look at that. Can you see how wonderful and delicious this looks? I wish you could smell. I wish there was a smell coming through the camera right now. So what I'm going to do is, I get to taste one now. Let's see. We'll take this one on the cutting board. Cut myself a serving. So I'll just see if I can cut this leg off of here. Okay. And I'll cut a piece off the leg here. I don't know if you can see how juicy this is. Look at the, I don't know, can you see the cutting board on the camera? See all the juice that's coming off of here? Okay. I'm going to try a little of this. Should put it on the plate, but you know what? Don't have time. The barbecue rub, it's very delicious. Very, very good. Now I'm going to try a little potato here. Perfectly tender. It picked up the spices. I can taste a little rosemary in there. Now I'll go for a carrot. Very sweet, tender. So I highly recommend you try this at home if you're making some chicken quarters or chicken parts or whole chicken even. I used a Bakewell oven bag. This was a size large. And as you saw, I took a spice-based dry rub, cut it with some brown sugar, sprayed some avocado oil on the chicken, put the dry rub on, peeled the veg, cut the potatoes in half and cut the carrots to size, put them in the bottom of the bag, put the chicken on top, put it in the Breville Smart Oven. I put on 400 degrees in the roast mode for approximately 40 minutes, but I made sure by using a Curtis Stone digital thermometer to make sure I had the proper time. It's always best if you can use a thermometer. If you don't have one that can sit in all the time like I did during the cooking mode, then have one that you can at least open, push in, and check the temperature. A nice digital one is perfect for that. So anyway, I highly recommend you try this recipe at home. It's simple, delicious. As you can see, cleanup is easy because all the juices and mess are in the bag. I can just throw that away. If you want, you can save the juices, make a gravy. Watch my homemade gravy video, and you can see how to turn this into a very delicious chicken gravy in minutes. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you'd like to see more, watch it. Please subscribe to my channel. Click the thumbs up or like buttons. Click that little notification bell and I'll let you know when I post a new video. And again, thank you for watching. Please try this at home and have a great holiday. Have a little more. Very juicy, tender.